Roundabouts stink. Americans don't know how to use. Oh, I'm surprised she stopped. I gave a nod. Well, so you'll notice on this bike, guys, I'm using the Garmin Montana 650T. And the reason for that is because I don't have the mount hooked up yet for the Voyager Pro on the XR650R. However, it gives me a good back-to-back, and I might do this for a while, just to compare in between the two. So something I noticed from after using the Voyager Pro for a week in Moab is the clarity of the screen on the Trail Tech is a lot better than this guy right here, which it works and I'm used to it, but is definitely not phone-like, where I would say the screen on the Trail Tech Voyager Pro is phone-like. It's pretty crystal clear. Mainly that's probably because it has that nice top piece. I don't know if it has glass or just plastic, some sort of plastic. They show them beating it with a mallet, so it probably like a polycarbonate or something, I would guess, but on the Voyager Pro. This is like a soft LCD traditional material, just that it's color, not black and white like, you know, LCDs used to be back in the day. What I do like about the Garmin is it does have a spot where you can put a tether, and that is really nice. That way, if this bounces out, it's going to be right here with the bike. Comes in handy. The Voyager Pro doesn't have anywhere to put a tether that I could find, and I did have it bounce out when I tried to go up a splatter wall and failed. That video's to come, and it bounced out, and it's okay, the unit's fine. So I tested it at least with a good drop onto some boulders, and my brother-in-law thought it had, when he picked it up for me, he thought there was a scratch on the screen, but it was just a dust mark. So yeah, totally fine. I also like how the Voyager Pro is more dash orientated, although this is kind of like, you know, dash setup. My speed is so small. I mean, of course you can click it and get a bigger speed reading, and there's probably some other menu options I have never set up, but yeah, it's pretty small. It works. I like how the Voyager Pro gives you the outside temperature, so you get the ambient temperature outside, plus you get it hooks up to everything if you get that option, and tells you, you know, your engine temperature and your RPM and all that good stuff. So it basically becomes the dash of your bike. Another thing I don't really like about that I like on the Garmin that I don't like on the Voyager Pro is this. I can plug into the computer, just take it off, plug it in the computer, and mess around with the files. I don't have to ever take out the SD card. So I'm always using the USB port on this, and it works great. You know, I can just mess with the files that way, transfer over, pull them off, because I save all my outings for tax reasons. I mean, this is a perfect example of like where I'm going, what I'm talking about for a video, and here's the file where I went. It's hard. It would be hard to beat that proof in court. They're like, hey, IRS man, this is why I claim these miles. This is where I'm going. You know, I got the file. Now, saving the files on here is much better because it just saves them automatically. When I turn on the unit, it just archives what was on there and it saves it, so it's an individual file. Now, the Voyager Pro, so far what I found out is every day I would hit the save file, but it kept building the files. I never cleared it. I guess I have to save and then say clear, and so it's going to clear what's in memory of where I've been, so it doesn't keep adding on. Now, it was fairly easy for me to break apart those files because I knew exactly where I rode on which day, right? So I could just break them apart and just leave the section that I actually did for that day. But it could be hard if, like, I were to ride this tomorrow again or something, the same route, because this is my typical route from my house over there, that, you know, you would have many lines going the same direction. You would have to figure it out, and it would be very complicated. So I wish they, on the Voyager Pro, they would let it save per day, I guess. But there might be a setting, and I might just be missing the setting. There's something that says it will hook, I guess, connect the tracks, which maybe that's what I have it doing, because when I do go ride somewhere else on the Voyager Pro, it does automatically connect those tracks as if I went from there to there, jumped, you know, it would be a straight line. Yeah, that's kind of corny. So there's something that says like split or auto split. I'll have to look at the settings, but I guess I need to play with that and see exactly what that does and how that works. Because that might be what I'm complaining about right there, just a setting. Now they have an information button you can press on the Voyager. It kind of tells you, but that feature, I kind of need more explanation of what the heck am I doing there? You know, what does this do? The other thing with the Voyager Pro that could be improved on is the mount. I wish it had a lock on the mount. Like this has a lock, although I've never used it because I just use the tether. But I do wish the Voyager Pro had a lock of some feature so you can't press that button down. Now on this bike, I'm not 100% sure where I'm going to mount it to. I might just use the RAM mount system. Or I might see about tapping a couple holes in here and putting the base onto here and just having it here under this brake cable. But of course that would cover up a couple of my buttons. That one tells me if I have the computer on so I can start the bike. So when I hit the Kickstarter, it will flash, just let me know there's power. This one just tells me that there's power to the mount, so I can turn on and off. However, you know, those are all, I figure little things. Every unit is going to have some flaws. Most people are probably not going to notice these little things because they don't use it every day. It's like a professional that reviews motorcycles for magazines. They nitpick little stuff because they're on bikes, different bikes, every day. So they might see little things, and then most of that stuff doesn't concern most people, just like a lot of the stuff I pointed out probably really isn't going to concern people. It's just because I use a GPS all the time because of trailtaker.com, I notice things that could be better. But I will say that Voyager Pro is awesome. They did a good job. They thought it out. The user profile's not quite what I thought on it. I don't see an option to actually let you set up different profiles. So if they do a software update, that would be a very nice feature to have, because I plan to move it from the XR to the gas, and it would be nice to tell it like, hey, I'm on the XR now, and so it could just keep track of miles. Hey, for my XR, I'm on the gas now, keep track of the information for that bike. Just have two different profiles. Or 5, I don't know, they need a set, like, yeah, they definitely need a profile option. They need to have it, so I would say 5. Most people at that point probably are just going to buy another unit to keep with that, the vehicles, you know. But at like $700 or $600, you're not going to should probably buy 2 of these just because you have 2 bikes. You know, just like I don't have 2 Garmin Montanas because I have 2 bikes. I have the mounts and I move that stuff. I just move it around. I take it inside. I download the tracks. Like I'll download the tracks off of this. So off to the sunken car I go. Time for an update with that. And hopefully you guys found the video helpful. I'll have more on the Voyager Pro compared to the Montana, at least 650T, which is basically the same as the 680. Sadly, Garmin didn't really make many updates. They just gave it a new name. I mean, I think there's some updates, but not much. So, hey, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and check out my other videos. And get over on trailtaker.com and check out all these trails for free. Have a good one. Bye.